I have a confession to make.
Oh no. First sentence of the episode and already a confession.
Last night, I made a list. A beautiful, detailed, organized list. Wake up early. Do 10 minutes of English. Read something meaningful. Drink water before coffee. Start the day with purpose.
That sounds like a very ambitious list.
It was. It was a masterpiece. I felt very proud of Knight Ryan.
And then Morning Ryan arrived.
Morning Ryan looked at the list, looked at the ceiling, and said, maybe tomorrow.
Every single time.
Every single time. And the worst part? It wasn't just tiredness. It was guilt. Before the day even started, I already felt like I had failed.
That guilt is the thing nobody talks about.
Because people talk about routines like they are easy, like discipline is just a decision you make. But real mornings are messy. Real mornings have alarms you ignore, socks you can't find, and English practice that keeps becoming a tomorrow thing.
Until tomorrow becomes tomorrow again.
Until you forget what today even feels like.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to ThinkVerse, the podcast where big ideas meet everyday life. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ryan. And today we are talking about morning routines, but not the perfect kind that makes you feel bad before breakfast.
Not the wake up at 5, exercise, journal, meditate, drink something green, become a new person kind.
Before breakfast.
Before breakfast.
No. Today we are talking about real mornings, messy mornings, sleepy mornings, mornings where finding the other sock feels like a personal victory.
And how inside those real messy mornings, you can build something surprisingly powerful.
For your English, for your confidence, for your whole day.
This one is going to change how you think about mornings forever.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the real problem, because Ryan's confession at the beginning is not unique to him.
Definitely not. I checked.
Almost every person learning English knows what they should do. They know they should practice every day. They know consistency matters. They know that 5 minutes every morning adds up to hours every month.
They know all of it.
And yet, they don't do it. Not because they are lazy, not because they don't care.
Then why?
Because knowing and doing live in completely different parts of your brain.
Say more about that.
Knowing is easy. Knowing costs nothing. You can know something at midnight with full confidence. But doing it requires momentum. It requires a trigger. It requires your real life to cooperate. And real life rarely cooperates perfectly.
So it's not a character problem. It's a system problem.
Exactly. You don't fail your morning routine because you are weak. You fail because the routine was designed for an imaginary version of you. The well-rested, perfectly motivated, always ready version.
Knight Ryan, who no longer exists by 7 a.m.
Knight Ryan is very brave. Morning Ryan is very human.
And the human version needs a different kind of plan.
A smaller plan, a more honest plan, one that fits inside a real morning, not an ideal one.
I love the word honest here, because so much of the advice out there is not honest about how hard mornings actually are.
Because the guilt arrives before the coffee, before breakfast, before you even have the energy to try.
And once the guilt arrives, English feels like just another thing you're failing at.
And that is the pattern we are breaking today.
So, if it's not laziness, and it's not lack of knowledge, what is it really?
I think it comes down to one word. Trust.
Trust?
Trust with yourself. Every time you make a plan and don't follow through, you lose a small amount of trust in yourself. It's tiny, almost invisible, but it adds up.
So, after years of making plans and breaking them, you stop believing your own promises.
Exactly. You make the list, but a small part of you already knows you won't do it, because you've been here before.
That is painfully honest.
And English learning becomes part of that broken trust. You say, I'll practice tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, you don't practice. Now English itself feels like something you're not good at keeping.
English becomes a tomorrow thing, and tomorrow never really comes.
But here is the good news. Trust can be rebuilt, not through big, dramatic changes, through tiny, consistent ones.
What kind of tiny?
I'm talking about one thing. One small thing that you do every morning. Not 10 things, not a whole routine, just one.
One promise you actually keep.
And when you keep that one promise, something shifts. Your brain registers, I said I would do something, and I did it. That feeling, no matter how small the action, is the beginning of self-discipline.
So self-discipline is not about being strict with yourself.
It is about being honest with yourself, making a promise that fits who you actually are in the morning, not who you wish you were.
I wish I had heard this years ago.
Me too.
Okay, I want to introduce a word that changed how I think about morning practice.
Which word?
Ritual.
Oh, that is a warm word.
It is, because there's a difference between a habit and a ritual. A habit is something you repeat. A ritual is something you return to because it means something.
That distinction matters.
Think about it. Brushing your teeth is a habit. You do it automatically, no special feeling attached. But if every morning you sit down with a warm drink, open one English page, and read slowly for 5 minutes, that starts to feel like something more.
Like a small ceremony for yourself.
Exactly. And when something feels like a ritual, you actually want to return to it. It's not pressure, it's comfort.
English stops feeling like homework and starts feeling like something that has a place in your morning, something that belongs there.
Like it sits at the table with you.
Maybe with toast.
Maybe with coffee.
Definitely with coffee. But seriously, that shift from I have to practice English to I get to return to my English ritual, that shift changes everything.
Because you're no longer fighting yourself. You're inviting something in.
And when English feels like an invitation rather than an obligation, your brain actually opens up to it.
Words land differently. Sentences stick better. Because you're calm, not guilty, not scattered.
Let's talk about that word. Scattered means your mind feels messy, unfocused, pulled in many directions, like every thought is in a different room.
That is my morning brain, before the routine. Every thought is in a different room, and none of the rooms are organized.
When your mind is scattered, learning English feels harder. Even a simple sentence feels like work. So the morning routine is not just about English. It's about giving your mind a place to land first.
Like giving your thoughts a chair. Once your mind lands, English can enter more easily.
Beautifully said.
I want to introduce 2 more words that are really important: foundation and anchor.
Both powerful.
A foundation is the strong base that supports everything above it. Think of a building. The foundation isn't visible once the building is complete, but without it, nothing stands.
A morning routine is like that. You might not see it working every day, but the day you don't have it, you feel the difference.
I feel off today. I don't know why I'm scattered. Often it's because the foundation wasn't laid in the morning.
For English learners, a daily morning habit is the foundation of better speaking, built one small morning at a time.
Now, anchor. An anchor is what keeps a ship steady when the water gets rough. It doesn't stop the waves, but it keeps you from drifting.
And without an anchor, English practice drifts away. Slowly at first, then completely.
But if your morning routine is your anchor, even when life gets busy, you have something to hold on to.
I am still here. I am still learning. That sentence is so simple, but after a hard week, it might be the most important thing you say.
Because coming back after stopping is part of the journey, not a sign of failure.
Real discipline is not never falling out of rhythm.
It is learning how to come back without attacking yourself.
Now, cultivate. To cultivate something means to grow or develop it slowly and with care.
Farmers cultivate crops. They don't shout at seeds to grow faster.
They plant them, water them, give them sunlight, and trust the process. That is exactly how English should be treated.
You don't attack it. You cultivate it. And some progress is invisible at first, like roots. You cannot see roots growing, but something is happening underneath.
And one day, you say something in English that surprises you. A sentence comes out naturally, and you realize it was growing the whole time.
Give your English the same patience you would give a plant. Water it every morning, even a little.
And trust that something is growing.
Okay, practical time. We have talked about why mornings matter. Now let's talk about how to actually change them.
Because understanding is not enough. We need a pattern we can return to.
The old pattern for many people is wake up, check phone, feel overwhelmed, tell yourself you'll practice English later,
Later becomes evening, evening becomes tomorrow.
That pattern is extremely familiar.
The new pattern is simple. Touch English early.
Just a little contact before the day gets loud.
Before you start postponing. Before English becomes tomorrow again.
What does touch English actually look like?
It looks like reading one English sentence out loud while you drink your morning tea. That's it.
One sentence.
One sentence, said slowly, like it matters, because it does.
Or listening to 2 minutes of English while you get dressed.
Or writing one English thought about your morning. I woke up late today. I feel a little tired, but I am here.
3 sentences. That counts. That is English practice.
Or repeat one sentence from this podcast right now. Pause. Say it out loud. Don't just listen.
Your mouth needs practice as much as your brain. Your ears can hear a sentence perfectly, and your mouth can still stumble over it.
Because hearing and speaking use different muscles, different pathways in the brain.
So speaking out loud is not optional. It is essential.
And the morning is the perfect time. Nobody is watching, nobody is judging. It's just you and the words.
Starting fresh, every day.
And here is the most important thing about rewiring. You don't have to be perfect at the new pattern from day one.
You just have to return to it, again and again, until one morning it happens automatically.
Until touching English really feels as natural as checking your phone.
That is the rewired brain, and it is possible for everyone.
Let's do something really practical now. We call this Say It Better, because many learners have the feeling, but not the words.
And if you can say it better, you can think it better. And if you can think it better, you can feel it better.
Instead of my morning is bad, try I feel scattered in the morning when I don't have a simple routine.
That gives the feeling a name, and it explains why without blame.
Instead of I study English, try I make English part of my morning ritual, even if it's only 5 minutes.
Now English has a place, a specific, meaningful place.
Instead of my routine helps me, try my morning routine is an anchor that helps me start the day with more focus.
The routine is doing something active for you, holding you steady.
Instead of I want to improve my English, try I want to cultivate my English slowly by practicing a little every morning.
Calm, patient, no panic, just intention.
Instead of I stopped practicing, try I fell out of rhythm for a while, but I'm returning now.
No guilt, no drama, just a simple, honest return.
Instead of English is hard for me, try English feels unfamiliar right now, but I'm building a foundation every day.
Unfamiliar is so much kinder than hard. Hard suggests inability. Unfamiliar suggests it just needs time, which is completely true.
These are not just nicer ways to say things. They are more accurate. They describe the real experience without the shame.
And shame is the biggest enemy of language learning. Always.
When you remove the shame from your self-talk, you create space for actual growth. Say it better, think it better, feel it better. Grow. Let's slow down a few key words from today. Scattered. Your mind feels messy and unfocused. You can say, I feel scattered this morning.
Ritual. Something you do regularly with meaning. English practice has become my morning ritual.
Foundation. The strong base that supports everything. Daily practice is the foundation of better English.
Cultivate. To grow slowly with care. I am cultivating my English one morning at a time.
Anchor. What keeps you steady? My morning habit is my anchor, even on hard days.
And rewire. To change your brain patterns through repetition. I am slowly rewiring my mornings.
These 6 words, they describe your entire English journey. Keep them close.
Let's do a final recap before we go.
Knowing is not the same as doing. Your brain needs a trigger, a system, and a plan that fits your real morning, not your ideal one.
Every broken promise to yourself costs a little trust. You rebuild that trust one small kept promise at a time.
The difference between a habit and a ritual is meaning. When your English practice becomes a ritual, you return to it. You don't drag yourself to it.
Scattered means your mind is pulled in many directions. A morning routine gives your mind a place to land. Once your mind lands, English enters more easily.
Foundation is the base that supports everything. Daily English practice is the foundation of fluency. Anchor is what keeps you steady when life gets rough. Your morning routine is that anchor.
Cultivate means to grow slowly with care. Your English is not something you attack or demand results from. You water it gently every morning and trust that something is growing.
Rewire your pattern. Touch English early, before the day gets loud. One sentence, one paragraph, one thought. That is enough.
And when you fall out of rhythm, come back without attacking yourself. The return matters more than the streak.
Your challenge today, tonight, before you sleep, write down one small English thing you will do tomorrow morning. Not 10 things, one thing. And tomorrow morning, keep that one promise.
That is where self-discipline really begins. Not in a big dramatic moment, in one small kept promise.
If this episode helped you, share it with one person who always says, I'll start my English practice tomorrow.
Because now they understand why tomorrow keeps arriving empty and what to do about it.
Next episode, we are going to talk about English at work, how to speak confidently in meetings, write better emails, and talk to your boss without freezing.
Very practical, very needed. You do not want to miss it.
Until then, keep talking, keep growing.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Sarah.
And this is Thinkverse. See you next time.